Test? Yeah, okay, we're good now. Oh my golly. Every once in a while, Windows decides that it needs to change what my microphone is. So sorry about that. And welcome everybody. We are live and we are ready to go, and we're picking up right where we left off. And for those people that don't know, this is my Beautified stock live stream. All the parts, all the gameplay is pretty much stock with just a few sort of quality of life type of mods being added in. But I have, as you can see, dolled it up just a little bit. And to sort of recap where we are at, we are here aboard the Nerve 1. This is my Kerbin system nuclear runabout that I'm going to try and use repeatedly. It's not meant to go back to Kerbin. It's meant to eventually return back to its station in low Kerbin orbit. And aboard we have two pilots, Wafflebird and Valentina, and our engineer Bill. And we do need an engineer because we are on our way to a satellite. Where is it here? The aging Kerbin DSN-R satellite. Yeah, I'm not going to read that part. We got to attach a radiator to it. And that satellite, just to show people, is, well, I guess it's right here. But we're going to have to perform a rendezvous. And at the conclusion of the last episode, we had just performed this burn to get us heading in that direction. And what we got to do, of course, rendezvous with the satellite. And we got to do the repair. And we got to get back to Kerbin Station, which is down here. And docked at Kerbin Station, we do have a space plane to get these folks back down to the surface, because this thing isn't capable of doing that. But you may have noticed that I do have a second contract right after the stream. I took a look at the contract, seeing if anything popped up, and I saw rescue Gazukan from orbit of Kerbin. This is one of these very standard type of rescue contracts that I have not been seeing too many of. Let's get rid of the station, because there he is right there. So my plan is actually now rendezvousing twice. You're going to rendezvous with the satellite, then we're going to come back down, we're going to pick up Kazakhstan, and then we're going to go to the station, and then after that we'll see. I got some ideas on some improvements to make to the station, and but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We will, you know, we got a lot to do just with this vehicle right here. So and just to get a couple of things out of the way as well, I always like to make sure that I thank my Patreon patrons and YouTube members who do continue to support this channel. If you want to support this channel directly, all the links are down there in the doobie-doo. But I do want to, in particular, welcome aboard my most recent Patreon patron, Russ Glish. So thank you very much, Russ Glish, who just joined over the weekend. And of course, a very special thank you to all of my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Let's get this rendezvous out of the way. So you can see, we are in the wrong inclination. In fact, not only are we in the wrong inclination, we are actually in the wrong direction, because we are coming around here prograde, because we did leave a station that was orbiting in a prograde direction. Well, this satellite's going around the other way, and we got this inclined. We also are missing it by quite a lot. So I want to kind of fix all of that with this burn. I want to fix my inclination. I also want to adjust this so that we'll end up rendezvousing with it after one more orbit. So that's going to be a lot of work for this particular burn. So let's see if we can pull that off. So we're going to add a maneuver here. First thing I'm going to deal with is the inclination. Now, most of this inclination is just going to be flipping the orbit the other way. So rather than getting into the normal and anti-normal bit of it, actually it's going to largely be retrograde. So we're just going to basically flip our orbit like that. Just like that. And this is, by the way, where you want to do this big inclination change. When you're way out here, especially in a long elliptical orbit, out by your apoapsis, where you're going to be moving the most slowly. Any kind of plane change, the slower your craft, the better. And this is where we'll be the most slow. This is where we'll be the fastest, so we definitely don't want to do it at periapsis. We want to do it out here at apoapsis. And let's see, we're going to have to put some more retrograde into this to kind of do that. We also do have to put some normal in here. I got a feeling everything's backwards now because I flipped it. Nope, 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 the other way. So look at the orange one, not the green one. I'm encountering a moon there. So that kind of a thing. You can right click on either the ascending or the descending node if you have your target selected, and you want to get that angle obviously as low as you can make it. You can see it's getting lower, lower, lower. Oh, I got another moon encounter. I think that's gonna be the biggest thing I think I'm gonna need to deal with. Let's see, a little bit more retrograde. Let's get that periapsis up. Okay, see if we can make this so we're not getting involved with the moon. And there's the frickin' moon again. It's gonna be the biggest thing is, let's get maybe back inside the moon. Gotta avoid those moon encounters. Okay. Okay, so let's see if we can time this in such a way. See, we're missing here. You can see that. Let's actually put on the little widgety tool. But by adjusting the period of this orange orbit by raising and lowering my periapsis, I can adjust my timing for when I'll get back here. So let's, yeah, oh, that's, no, I think I want to go this way. There it is. So if I bring my periapsis down, you can see I'm bringing that encounter down and down, and with some luck, I will also, oh, I wouldn't mind it being higher. The higher I can make this, the lower my encounter speed. And by higher, I mean the height of my periapsis. It's just the moon just might have some other ideas for me. We'll see. I think the moon has some other plans. Oh no, this is missing by a lot. Okay. Okay, it's the moon. That dastardly moon is avoiding me getting the ideal one I want. Some people might be going, oh, use the moon to give you a hand. That moon is, although you can use it to give you a little bit of a boost, it's honestly more of a pain than I think it's worth. Okay, let's just see if we can get an encounter. Close, close, close. Oh boy, so what's happening here? Oh, that encounter's on. Okay, I'm gonna get into my settings just really quickly. And we're gonna turn down the conic patch limit to just 2, which is the minimum. Resume. Good. Now I'm not seeing that extra. I think what I'm gonna have to do is take a couple of orbits, because I think the moon's going to continue to insist on being problematic. See what we can do. Maybe a little bit more. It's got the inclination, but you can see that moon encounter there. Moon encounter there. Moon encounter over here. No matter where I go, I'm hitting the moon. Wow. Okay. Okay, right there. I'm honestly just going for a big trajectory. You know what might be the better plan? I got a better idea. Just pop this ahead on orbit. That's all I got to do. Pop ahead in orbit. Go ahead, one more orbit. Get one that doesn't have the moon getting in my way. Eventually it's got to happen, right? So I just popped ahead in orbit, so we're going to ride around the blue orbit more than once. Eventually I'm going to get a path here that's not going to involve a moon encounter. I think I need to come forward 1 second. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Is that actually a close encounter right about here? It sure looks like it to me. Coming within 20 kilometers with a relatively low speed. Relative inclination is at -0.1. But that burn's not coming up. We're going to go around and then we're going to come back up to it. It burns in 9 hours and 70 minutes. So I think I'm going to go with this. I think it's the moon encounters that I'm really struggling with. Okay, I think that's going to work. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to F5 like I always like to do before I do a big burn. And yeah, I don't see anything else. Is this thrust limiter right up? It is. It is a 1 minute and 27 second burn. So we're going to go way out. We're going to come back and whip around again. And then we're going to go back out again. And this time we should be able to get this to work. I'm going to put this on. I'll wait for the time warp to stop first. Well, welcome to Clan. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Glad you can make it. Yeah, I put a little note there up on the top. I pinned it to please use the @even. I'm really struggle sometimes to catch what's going on in the chat. So an @even just puts that little orange, gets my attention. Okay, so here we go. We got our burn coming up. You can see it's mostly retrograde. And that burn's starting in 30 seconds. Okay, so let's do it. And I'll just put this on here, and we'll keep an eye on our close encounter indicators, our intersect indicators there too. All right. Good evening, Mark. Glad you can make it. And okay, let's start paying attention. 5, then 4, 3, and 2, and a 1, and a go. Glad I did that. Go ahead, one more orbit. The moon's getting in your way. Try the next orbit after that. All right. And you can see now I'm starting to get some action over here, but I think I'm going to get a lot of action. We're flipping our orbit right around, so what was retrograde is now prograde. The camera's flipping around because our periapsis dipped into Kerbin and then dipped back out again. This is the kind of burn I think in a real world situation live astronauts would never do, because if you ever had an engine failure while your periapsis was into the planet, yeah, you're going to die. So, but we don't have to worry about those things here. All right, what we got? About 17 seconds left on the burn. Oh, I'm seeing NAs now for the intersect, so we'll reassess as we get close to the end here. Start reducing throttle. There might be a moon encounter in all of this. Who knows? Okay. We'll see. Let's see what we got. We're gonna have to do some tweaks as we do this anyway. All right. So there's a burn. What's going on here? What on happy, crappy Earth? Well, I'm glad I quick saved. What happened there? You saw it. You saw that I had it all, but I am now on an escape trajectory. Okay, I'm gonna have to take advantage and do a revert here, and I'm gonna have to really watch what happened there. That was weird. That was very weird. Let's look at this again. So, coming up here, gonna go around twice, and then we're gonna do this burn. Okay, we're gonna watch it all from here this time. Again, we're gonna do a quick save. Let's watch it. This time, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. Coming around, Back around. Oh, we got a moon. Okay, 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 okay. Now it's making some sense. Oh my gosh. The bloody moon. The bloody moon. Okay. Okay. That made sense what just happened there. All right, at least it makes sense now. I'm a little bit surprised it wasn't showing that moon encounter earlier. I guess because it's not. Oh, bloody heck. Okay. So what I'm getting is once around, when I came around on the second one, I'm getting this moon encounter. Okay, we're gonna have to do this in a couple of stages, folks. Okay, this is really... Okay, going back to that first maneuver. We need to avoid that moon. Why do they always put these satellites so close to the moon? It's not fairs, I tells ya. Okay, so... Go into maneuver number... Why is that? Oh no, maneuver number... Put that maneuver 1 ahead 1 orbit. So there. I put this maneuver here just to show... I don't know what the heck it's showing me. Cancel this. There we go. Coming around. Add a maneuver. There. I want to avoid this encounter. So, yeah, I'm... Okay, okay. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to have to delete this whole maneuver here and just go again. I want to avoid... So we're going to do... Delete this maneuver. Boink. There we go. So the problem is in our second orbit, we're getting to the moon. So I'm going to have to put a maneuver ahead of that, whose whole job is just to avoid that moon encounter. There we go. We are just missing the moon. And I think my best plan right now is to just do that burn. Just do it. So this is just a 6-second burn to avoid the moon. Let's try that. So F5 again. So yeah. You know, if they just put these satellites like out here a little bit, but they really like putting them very close to moon orbits. I once had one of these types of contracts to go get a satellite, and it was so close to the moon orbit, by the time I got out there, the moon grabbed the satellite and gave it a kick, which was really, really frustrating. Okay. Time warp to that. So it was because I was going around twice. On the second time around, we zipped by the moon. Okay. Half throttle here. And then we're going to try this again. Hopefully we won't see another moon encounter. Okay, moon encounter's gone. Delete that. Okay. And now, let's time warp a little bit. So now I can go around again without hitting the moon, which is a plus. Now, hopefully, I gotta reset up that first one. Again, this is mostly retrograde to flip the orbit. A little bit, a little bit this way. And with some luck, we can do this without hitting the moon again. Like that. That's exactly my problem. Oh, this is being less fun than I hoped for. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try. Let's just delete this. Let's make sure I'm not gonna run into the same problem of running into the moon again on a subsequent orbit. No, wait. 9 days from now. How can this maneuver be 4 days? When am I coming back down to periapsis, for goodness sakes? In 1 day. How is this maneuver? 4 days in the future. Back in orbit. It's like it's making its own decisions. Okay, so this maneuver is coming up in 2 hours. That makes more sense. So if I go another maneuver, I'm getting the moon again. Okay, so what we're going to have to do... maybe check a few orbits into the future. I don't know. I'm going to raise this up again. Again, this is avoid another moon encounter. I'm going to take this maneuver, this second dummy maneuver. I'm just going to pop it ahead orbits and look for moon encounters. Okay, I'm going ahead orbits and not seeing moon encounters for a while. So I'm hoping the second one will be okay. Let's delete that second one and we'll go around and we'll perform this first one. Oh, the moon, I hate you so much. You know, oh yeah. This is all inefficient too. Oh well, whatever. Hopefully we'll have the fuel for it. This is all inefficient because I'm burning the wrong direction. Maybe I should have flipped it first. A little late now. I should have flipped it first. Because I'm realizing by raising my periapsis, I'm actually continually burning the wrong way. Let's flip right now. This was a bad idea. I'm burning the wrong way. Okay, here. We're just going to burn retrograde. I'm being exceedingly inefficient. Undoing what I just did. I want to flip this orbit. Wow. We're off to a roaring start. This thing has more fuel than it needs, so I'm hoping I'm still going to be okay. So now I'm just going to keep going. Oh, no, now it's prograde, and retrograde just switched there. Prograde now. And I'm just pushing it out so my periapsis is out of the atmosphere. I should have done this the first time. Okay, we're back to being safe again. Now. Oh yeah, now we're going the other way. Life is so complicated. Oh shoot, there's a moon encounter. Oh, I'm time warping. Okay, I'm just missing the moon encounter, so maybe the moon encounter isn't really there, it just thinks it's there. I think it thinks it's... okay, let's burn prograde again. This time it's this moon encounter that's getting on my nerves. Let's try this. Bloody hell. A little more prograde again. Now I'm getting another moon encounter. Okay, no moon encounter. Let's delete this one. Put this here. Bloody, it's still there. Okay, more retrograde. Try this again. Okay, now we're not getting a moon encounter on this orbit or the next one. Yikes. What I thought was going to be a nice, simple contract is turning into a royal pain in the posterior. All right, let's fix our inclination now. So we got to come this way, approximately. And we're going to now be burning prograde. And again, I'm looking for getting a close encounter without running into the moon, please. That would be super. And if you notice like how these encounter indicators aren't moving, then just pop ahead a second or two until you see them jump. Should just jump. Because these maneuvers... There. It's got to be ahead of that. Where's the other one? There we go. Now I'm seeing it. Go away, moon. Leave me alone. I'm not interested in playing with you. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, I might be onto something. Oh, shoot! Why'd I do that? I held shift for some really dumb reason. Oh, for God's sakes. I am not in a good spot today. I think my brain's just distracted. I held shift to zoom in. Like, why would I do that? And then, of course, that meant the throttle went. Why'd I do that? I don't know why I did that. Okay. Keep your hands away from the keyboard. We'll get this to work yet. We have a 70-kilometer separation. What do I get with a little more? Oh, that was way too much adjustment. Okay, 13-kilometer separation, which actually at this type of altitude difference is really fine. I'm trying to see if I can bring down that relative inclination a bit, though. Okay. 2.5, 2.2, 1.3. It's under 1 now. Let's... I'm just going to live with this. There we go. We got a 6.1 kilometer separation. 5.6. 5. Okay, stop playing. 5.2. And a relative inclination of negative 1 point or 0.7. And I don't see a moon encounter. So crossing my fingers, I'm most certainly going to quick save. Because I am not... Get this oriented for solar panel purposes. And so we're going to come around here. And with luck, not encounter... Oh, I always hate it going around backwards. It just... I don't know what it is. It just makes me confused. Okay, put this onto here. No moon encounter with that, so that's good. Alright. Repair a satellite and rescue a Kerbal. Well, let's see. I still got over 1 kilometer per second. About to do a 203 meter per second burn. Got a relative velocity with the target of 84 meters per second. So I'm going to be burning close to 300 meters per second. So subtract that off. I still think I got enough to get home. We'll see. We'll see. I can't remember what the burn was to get out here. My mistake was burning prograde that very first burn to avoid the moon. That I should have done flip the orbit, like made that my very first thing to do. Okay, 3 and 2 and 1 and go. Okay, 33-second burn. You think you're gonna need another rescue team? Well, I can make another one of these. And not make another one, just launch another one. I mean, that might be the simplest solution. Not to come up with fuel, but just to make another, just launch another one of these and dock the two together. But I prefer not to. I always like to bring things, although, I mean, it's Wafflebird maybe. I'm going to blame it on him. Why not blame it on Wafflebird? Alright, here we go. And for once, are we going to get... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong numbers here. There we go. A 6.1. meters separation. I was looking at the wrong numbers. A little bit of RCS puffs. I saw 5.2. There we go. Okay. And we're going to be there in 6 days, 4 hours, and 34 minutes. Let's do a little F5ing here. So we're going to do, just to explain now that things are making some sense, and I see no moon encounters, hooray! We're going to come around one more time, and then by the time we're back here, we're going to be meeting our satellite. Now, I'm definitely going to do a quick save. I'm going to use Kerbal alarm clock rather than the game's stock alarm clock, because I trust it more. We're going to set up for our encounter, which is in 6 days. Gonna give me like 30 minutes of warning on this one. Oh, no maneuver. Oh, not the maneuver node, silly. The encounter. There we go. 30 minutes. So in 6 days, 4 hours and 33 minutes, it's gonna stop me 30 minutes before that. So we're gonna add up an alarm. Okay. And this is an alarm, by the way, of an asteroid that's going to be coming into Kerbin's SOI that I wouldn't mind snatching, but that's going to be for the future. For now, I'm going to time warp. We'll watch it from here. Oh, I hate the moon going around. That's probably why I was getting all those moon encounters, because we were going the opposite direction. I don't know. But yeah, you're crossing the moon's path so many times because you're going opposite. Makes sense to me. Anyway, we're matching up nicey nice. Slip this target. We can do the rest of this from here. Okay, delete that alarm, get rid of alarm clock. We are still 151 kilometers away. It is more or less in that direction. I gotta knock off about 84 meters per second, so we has to be aware of that. I'm gonna see if pushing this retrograde vector a little closer. Yep, that's bringing down. No, it's not. It's bringing up my encounter distance. So let's get ourselves a little closer. Oh, getting the waypoint now. See if I can again reduce this distance again. Still bringing it up. What if I pull? Try pushing this way? Is that the opposite? Yeah, okay, do the opposite of what I think I should do. Oh no, that's putting it up too. Let's just get ourselves closer. Let's get ourselves to about 10 minutes away, maybe 5 minutes away. Gotta make sure I give myself time to be able to slow down. Oh, it's doing that mess up thing. I hate that. Okay, so let's knock off 4 minutes. So at about 17 minutes. It's messing up my numbers down here. So when this gets to 17, I'm gonna stop. 18. Okay, I'm 5 minutes away. Okay, gotta be this way to slow this. Yeah, that's bringing it down. Okay, so no, it's still bringing. You know what? I think I'm just gonna put it on there anyway. I think these numbers are lying to me. I'm gonna push the retrograde vector onto the anti-target there. Yeah, now it's bringing it down. Getting sensible numbers now. Now I'm getting very not sensible numbers. It really doesn't like I'll just put this so that I am still heading at my target. But there's like some sort of float. When you have two orbits that are relatively close to each other like this, I think the floating decimals get in the way. Yeah, that's weird. It's not showing it here, but it is showing it here. So maybe I'll just look at this. Got an 800 meter separation in about 7 minutes it was, so we'll take off a couple minutes here. And we're going backwards. Satellite's coming in behind us, which is always, I find, weird. What if I looked at it from the other side? Maybe that'll make it feel normal. I don't know. Okay, about 4 minutes away. I think we're fine. A little closer. Okay, we're only about 9 kilometers from our target. These numbers are useless. However, this number is not. Get a little closer. As long as you can push this time to intersect up, then you're fine. If you get to the point where you can't, then you're in trouble. We'll get ourselves, where are we now? About 1.5 minutes away. Yeah, holding that. Okay. And I'm kind of watching this speed coming down, but I'm watching this time. I don't want to get this time up too high. Cut throttle. Time warp a little closer. We're about 1 minute and 15 seconds away. Our relative velocity is 32 meters per second. Again, useless numbers over here, so that's why I'm doing it from this view. Lowering our relative speed and keeping our time a constant. I like that. So staying about 1 minute and 9 seconds away. I think once I get this speed down to about 10 meters per second, I'll come out of map view and just eyeball it from there. Oh, we got sensible numbers here now. Got sensible numbers here. That's good. Oh. That makes me happy. I like sensible numbers. These numbers have gone sensible. Except when I time warp. How do you get out of map target How do you get out of map target beacon? I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure. Actually, one of the comments that I get now and again is, you're sorry, I should slow down and really think about what I'm doing. Slow down a little bit more. I can see the satellite. Cut throttle. Is people don't get this waypoint. That's just F4, and it's really easy to have that off, and it stays toggled off like through multiple until you toggle it back on again, even on multiple play sessions. So that's a little frustrating. I've done that one before, going, "Where's that waypoint?" All right, we're closing in. Now it's easy. Now, to be honest, what I might just do is kind of push this a little bit off the retrograde, a little bit off the target, only so that we'll come in. I guess I'm going to be coming in above it. Yeah. Now look there. And then that way I'm not running right into it with my back end, right? I'm going to miss it a little bit. Actually, it looks like we're coming planet side of it. Or maybe the opposite of that. No, we're coming out here. We're going to park it on this side. That makes sense. Use a little RCS at this point. So, this isn't my satellite, of course. This is the game satellite. That's pretty much a park job there. All we got to do is get out Bill and install that radiator. And I'm hoping... Now, first of all, can that radiator actually fit in Bill's inventory? Because that would be nice. I suspect it won't. No, it's too big. She is too big, so I might have to nudge a little bit closer. We'll see if we can position Bill. Maybe if he's partway between, he can reach into the station with his incredibly long, or into the ship with his incredibly long arms, and also reach onto the satellite. Where would be? I don't even know where the heck I'm supposed to fit this thing. Okay, let's construct. You're going to be able to reach there, Bill. With your crazy long arms. Saw it. Come on, click. For goodness sakes, where am I supposed to fit it? Okay, let's put it back. I think he's close enough. I just think they just haven't given me... Let's get rid of the contract window just for a little bit. Just haven't given me a good surface to put it on. Maybe if I took off some of these stupid solar panels. Yeah, he's definitely reaching. Okay, what? Why won't that attach? What are we looking at? That is the... Okay, that's just the probe body. Why won't it attach to that? Track that antenna before I break it off. Let's try this again. Why is that red? Kerbals? Oh. I'm going with that. I don't know why that worked. Why it wasn't. Oh, it's probably interfering with some parts up here. Okay, let's put on these. Yeah. There. All the same rotate keys work. Oh, he just got bonked by the ship. Ah! And can I stick you somewhere? Saw it go green for a moment. Come on. Fine, forget it. We're taking it with us. I don't think it matters. Oh, I don't know where it went. It disappeared on us. Anyway, let's look at the contract. Did I satisfy the contract anyway? Yes, satellite's gone green. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's all I care about. Stupid satellite. Okay, let's get Bill inside. Is there room here for you? Board? Yes. Okay. Actually, let's just very quickly... What's up with this satellite? Like, is this thing, like, controllable, flyable, whatever? Looks like it does not have any... It only has monopropellant aboard on these stupid things, doesn't it? So it will. If you're going to use these guys, because it doesn't need it, or doesn't need it for attitude control. Oh, it's got no reaction wheels. And then it put the stupid... I'm not going to fiddle with this. And RCS is like at the end. What a dumb thing. What a dumb thing. We're going to ignore you. We're done with you. We are done. Okay. So, let's see if we cannot return home. It might not be easy. So, let's unselect... that. We're gonna go and select, oh, I guess not the station. We should be really trying to see if we can get Gazook can, sorry. And going this way? Yeah. We're going to have to flip our orbit again. Oh boy. I did not think this through at all. Well, I don't know now. Center this on Kerbin. We're gonna have to do some aerobraking for sure. But maybe let's get back on the maneuver. Well, the bloody moon doesn't get in our way again. Put our periapsis into the atmosphere. I can't. Oh wait, I should be able to see it here. Periapsis is 39 kilometers. I'm gonna go for 45-ish. But the other thing I should be looking at is our relative inclination. Which, if you can see it there, I can't. What is it? Too many numbers. I want this AN. 13.4. So what I want to do is bring that down. No, the other way. At least relatively close. So we have, you know, relatively small. You can technically change your inclination by going through the atmosphere, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it that much. So there's a relative inclination of 0, and with a little bit more prograde, yep, I'm going to bring that periapsis down to about 45. And this is a 583 meter per second burn. Still got 796 left. We'll do a lot of aerobraking, so we'll save some fuel doing that. I'm excited. I'm going to do quick saving, of course, but I'm excited. Okay, there we go. I think we're going to make it work. At least we're going to be close to home if we do need a rescue. We can get rescued with a space plane. Okay, so we're going to perform this burn in just a couple of minutes. Just a couple of minutes. And do a quick save, and we are burning away from our stupid satellite, which hopefully we will never see again. I did not see it. Did I say I did not see this? Did I not think this through? Did that come out of my mouth? That and it's going to be what it's going to be, I think. I think the mission was thought through. I made the one mistake with that first burn way out from Kerbin of here, let's time warp a little bit. Of burning in a prograde direction to raise my periapsis, only to have to undo that. That was where I wasted some fuel. All the rest of my faffling about did not waste fuel, but that burn definitely did. I should have flipped my orbit right away. That should have been job one. Not trying to avoid the moon, because that was wasting fuel. You think so? Oh, John's sitting there saying I should send another mission to rescue the Kerbinaut. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. That's probably a good idea. We'll see. Let's do that. This burns the same regardless, but you may have a point. Oh my gosh, what the? I don't know what I just saw, but the camera's being funky. Those were my lights. Those were my lights? Okay, wait. Oh my gosh, Mr. Kraken, what are you doing to me? I gotta stop doing... Oh no, wait. Oh, when did I last quick save? Oh my gosh. That's that. Remember that solar panel disappeared? Oh my god. I've been having... Okay, the camera's being... I was gonna try and aim the camera... Okay, let's just... should I cut my burn? I probably should. Everyone's seeing that solar panel just floating there. Well, I shouldn't cut my burn now because my periapsis just went negative. I did quick save just before doing this burn. But something very strange just happened. the fun I've had with construction mode, I just want to get my periapsis out of Kerbin's surface. Okay. And get that up to about 45 degrees. Okay, that's pretty good. Everything's working, but the camera's funky. I probably should revert. Yeah, I'm centered on this. Yeah, there's no nearby. Okay. What if I grabbed construction? Yeah, all my lights disappeared. Do you see that? All the lights are off. Okay, board again. No, something's really weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to revert. Oh my god, this might be a stream of reverts. Return to the Space Center? I want to figure out what I'm worried that... Okay. Oh, this is still here. Okay, Bill. It was construction mode that got me. See this right here? I might return to the Space Center. Okay, let's get rid of the contract. No, I can't see that. I can't see that. I agree. I'm going to try going back to the Space Center. So we'll get Bill back inside. We got the burn coming up in a minute and a half. So let's go back to the Space Center and then come back. Oh my gosh. What a wacky, wacky experience this is. That came from, remember I lost that solar panel? I finally tried to put it back in the inventory and it just kind of disappeared. I think that did something. But back to here. My game is doing drugs, says Mark. Okay, back to the nerve. And hopefully this is fixed now. Okay. No, that's solar panel right there. Oh my gosh. And it's not in my inventory. It is not, like, it's stuck to the screen. It's not like in a spot in space. It's in a spot in the screen. That's that. That's that. I can't go to it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. I might, like, I'm gonna try and do that burn one more time. But I don't know. I've never had this before. Okay, the black obelisk. But you see how it's like just stuck in a location? I don't know. Okay. We're going to time warp. We're going to see what happens if the same thing happens. So last time what happened, all those lights slid off. Very, very weird. Like they just kind of slid. And then the camera, I think, kind of stayed with the... This might be turning into a rescue mission. It might be best just to kind of abort this vessel, is what I'm thinking. But we're going to try and give it one more go, and if this doesn't work, we're going to send up another one. We're going to transfer everybody over. Go. Okay. There's something. The lights didn't slide off. The solar panel's still there, but the camera's not being weird. So I'm going to call that a plus. And I'm going to maybe think this is just some sort of rendering artifact as opposed to something that's actually there. Or that the game thinks is there. Less lights, less mass, not so more delta V. No, the lights are like nothing. The lights are way, way worth the fuel cost. My goodness. You gotta have lights. Come on. You gotta live a little. Not everything's about maximizing efficiency. Okay, but I'm hoping that little trip to tracking station helped. You're saying... Nice knowing you, Bill. Valentina was blast. Wafflebird, you can stay. Wafflebird, you can stay. Okay, so... But, John might be bringing up a good point in the back. Let's leave Gazookan to a different mission and just get these folks home. Or you know what I can do? For goodness sakes, go to the station first, get in the space plane, pick up the pick them up in the go to the space plane. There's a space plane with like a few hundred meters of Delta V sitting at the station. We can pick them up with that. Okay, I'm just bringing up my periapsis again, about 45 kilometers. That feels good to me. I'm gonna close that. Put that on normal. We're going around now in a prograde direction once again, so that makes me feel better. Okay, let's switch our station to the target. Go back to target selection, target type, stations, Kerbin Station. Okay. So we're going to try... Well, actually, why am I worrying about this? Our first job is simply going to be to... I'm noticing my inclination's a little bit different. 2.5, wow. Okay, we're very close to the DN, so let's put it on the anti-normal vector. See if we can bring down this inclination just a little bit. Closer that is to 0, the better. Well, that's the wrong way. The wrong way. Yes, of course, yeah. Speaking of drugs, that might be my problem. Okay. Just bringing down inclination. Good enough. 0.1 degree difference. Okay. So we're going to be coming... I'm going to definitely do a quick save at this point. We're going to be doing a little bit of aerobraking. There's a mod called Trajectories, which really is beneficial, but I've mentioned Trajectories before and said it was a step too far from stock for my liking, so I didn't do it. So we're going to be encountering our periapsis in 1 day, 5 hours, and 54 minutes. So I'm going to set up a little alarm, stop us maybe 12 minutes. I don't know where I'm picking that from. 12 minutes beforehand. Okay. We're going to be quick saving again. And let's go. Let's go. Yeah, look how close we came to a moon encounter. For goodness sakes. Alright. Well, this should bring down our apoapsis, so our orbit should be completely inside of the moon's... Wow, that is dark. Completely inside the moon's orbit, so we shouldn't have to worry about that in the future. We shouldn't have to worry about moon encounters in the future. Wow, why am I getting such a dark sky? Okay, I'm gonna put that on the retrograde vector. Gonna put that on surface. Now, well, we should 0. Retract that antenna because it's almost for sure to snap off. 0, I tells you. There it goes. Okay, other than that, there's nothing else. And we want to keep an eye on our apoapsis. Make sure that it comes down a suitable amount, but clearly not too much. Now, one of the things is these air brakes are not particularly durable. And one thing that I typically would do is just hold the B button to hold them up. They're toggled to the brakes, and just kind of feather them like that to kind of keep them from getting too hot. But somebody suggested, why not just play with the deploy angle a little bit? So I'm going to bring the deploy angle to like 50, and then if they're getting too hot, I can bring them down even further. And if they are seeming to be doing fine, then I'll increase the deploy angle. And I think that's a good way to kind of keep track of the heat on those. And they do significantly increase the drag on the ship, which is going to help with the aerobraking. It also helps keep the ship in this orientation with the engine down, and the engine can take the heat of going through the atmosphere, so that helps. Okay, we're just about there. So we are in the atmosphere. There we go. About 1 minute and 20 seconds from periapsis, and again I'm gonna play with this deploy angle. Kind of keep this. And I am giving myself permission to revert if things go bad. I still have my solar panel, of course, here tagging my phantom solar panel. I had phantom Kerbals a couple of streams ago, and now I got phantom solar panels. Okay, so just watching those, really the temperature gauges on these. I'm assuming I have those, what is it, F10, F11? Enabled, that's the wrong one. That's what I want. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So I can lower them. Lower them more. I noticed the little hot dogs were very, very, very high there. And I'm just gradually increasing the deploy. Okay, there we go. I can see. Oh, as soon as they come into the airstream, they get really hot. Okay. I kind of like... Here, I'm going to put it back the way... I like my system of... Brakes on. And then watch for the hot dogs. This is my system. And then if the hot dogs start getting too big, brakes off. Let them cool down. Brakes on. So I'm just really playing around with the B button. Again, there comes the thermals. Let them cool. I'm going to keep doing that. And what's really nice too is you have some control now of how much drag your ship has. So that gives you control of what your apoapsis ultimately ends up being. We're down to about 3,000 kilometers on our apoapsis. We have passed periapsis, so we're on our way up. So the worst of all this is over. Probably can lock this on now. Yeah, I think so. There we go. Might get enough for a whole ghost ship. That would be fun. Okay, so we have brought down our orbit. Down to there, pretty much for free. I think what I'm gonna do is ride her around one more time. Put this onto normal. F5 again. We'll ride it around one more time. Trajectories is great because it'll tell you what your orbit's going to be after you do an aerobraking maneuver like this. And the big concern is that you don't come out of the atmosphere and then you're descending and then you're in a lot of trouble because this thing is not capable of safely entering in or safely landing, which means it'll crash. That's the definition of not safely landing. Okay, again, retrograde on there. I don't think I ever... No, the 10 is still down. It's interesting to see if this solar panel is going to be here for like the rest of the game. Let's give her a little bit of time warp here. About 1.5 minutes from periapsis. And this takes a little bit of time, but it costs you 0 fuel. And to me, that is a worthwhile saving. Okay, so again, seeing the temperature gauges on there. And if they start getting too high... I don't know, they're kind of holding now. Kind of holding. Kind of edging right on. Oh, you know what I could do? Maybe, again, it's not... Is Kerbal Engineer has a thermal percentage that will tell you exactly when they're going to blow. But maybe again, that's a little bit too far removed from stock. This is working. Oh, we're past our periapsis. We're going up. What's our... You see, there we go. If you look at our 750... Right? 600. We're going to be coming out, but we're pretty darn close. I have 206 meters per second left in the vehicle. If I can facilitate a rendezvous with what I got left, I think I will. The station's in a 120 kilometer orbit. If you rotate the vessel, the aerobrake shouldn't blow up. You mean about doing the whole tumbling, spread out the heat load thing? I don't like doing that. If that's what you're suggesting there, Nicola. Or Nicola. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the whole tumbling the vessel too. This vessel would probably be tough to tumble. It's going to want to stay in the orientation it was. Okay. Let's see if we can facilitate, if we got the fuel to facilitate a rendezvous, or should I bring this down some more? So what we got to do to get a rendezvous is bring this up so that our periapsis is right about there. And yeah, can I just look at the speed? No, I think what I then need to do is put a maneuver here and bring this down to here, and then the sum of these two maneuvers is basically what I gotta do. There we go. So the 54 meter per second burn followed by a two. No, I want to come down a little bit further. Don't have the fuel for a rendezvous just yet. Okie doke. Easy peasy. No problem. But what I think I shall do is just maybe raise my periapsis up to, I'm going to do a quick save, maybe 48 kilometers. Because I'm a little worried if I just do a repeat of that, this apoapsis is going to get in the atmosphere and that's it. I need to come a little lower in order to be able to get our rendezvous. Probraid. Not target. So our periapsis right now is 42 kilometers. I'm just guessing at 48. So we don't lose as much altitude. And if this turns out to be wrong, did I quick save? If I didn't, I'm going to quick save right now. Because it is guesswork. What are we doing now, says Yankee? We have just fixed a satellite. We did pick up a kind of a bug, this sort of phantom solar panel here that's really, really bothering me, and I'm hoping that it won't end up being too detrimental. And right now we're trying to finagle our way back to the space station so we can dock and these folks can board a space plane, pick up one stray Kerbal who's in need of a rescue, and then go back home. That's the plan. We did have some Kraken-y issues, once again, associated with the construction mode. I thought what I was doing wasn't too complicated, but something weird just happened. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking about Wafflebird being a curse. I don't think he's a curse. I should point out that Wafflebird is one of my patrons, either patrons and YouTube members. I always use them as the inspiration for the name. Same with Gazid Khan that we saw earlier is a Patreon patron or a YouTube member. One of the... I don't do enough to recognize them. That's one small thing I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, we are only dipping down so much. Going to hold the B button and hold these up in case they get too hot. But I'm really watching this apoapsis. It really needs to stay, well, out of the atmosphere. So if it gets below 70, I'm in a ton of trouble. But I'd like it to stay above 120 too. We got a pretty sunrise. Time warping. So here comes our apoapsis coming down. And if it gets scary, I can drop these. That will dramatically reduce the amount of drag and lower the rate at which this is going down. So I'm honestly thinking it might be a little scary. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, we're still 50 seconds. I'm going to drop them. There's still 45 seconds from periapsis. We got a lot of atmosphere still to go through. We're going into stealth mode here to just trying to slip through the atmosphere with a minimal amount of drag. Got 370 kilometers on our apoapsis, and we're just getting to periapsis here. Maybe I'll raise them up again. It's the other reason I like these air brakes. See, now notice how this is going down much more quickly. Let's drop them again. Under 200 but above 120 would be just special. That would be awesome. That should get me a nice cheap rendezvous. Yeah, I think there is something when I tried to throw the solar panel into the inventory. John is saying that I didn't quite store it. I'm gonna keep that locked on. I think we're good. I think he's right. I think I missed the little box that I was storing it into, and it went somewhere. I don't know where. John says it's both existing and not existing. But at least everything here, it only seems to be some sort of rendering artifact here, as opposed to something that's affecting the ship. So that's good. I might lower these again. I'm like at 166, 65. I'm happy with this. I'm really happy with where this apoapsis is coming out to be. And like, I wouldn't have been able to dial it in like that without being able to modify my drag with the air brakes. Okay, we are out of the atmosphere. We are out of here. And this is as good as it's going to get. We got our little orbit here, which is very close to like what the station is. But what we got to do next is we got to get ourselves to apoapsis and just push our periapsis out of the atmosphere and up to 120 kilometers, and then we'll facilitate ourselves a rendezvous. You can always tell just by watching the little close encounter indicators there. Yeah, I think right about there is perfect. Okay. So that burn is only a 9-second burn. It's coming up in 10 minutes. Scary part's over. Could we rename Wafflebird Watney? Considering how it's gone. Now, to be honest, like, you know, Wafflebird did land, like, we successfully rescued him eventually. It's just, I chose to have him because he still has 0 experience. I wanted him to at least get up to level 1. And, so I chose him for this mission. Maybe he was a little too green. Maybe he's still, you know, shell-shocked from his years orbiting the sun inside Moho's orbit. I don't know. Okay, let's get started and just not quite go to full throttle. Okay, there we go. We are now in a stable orbit. So that's always a good thing. And now we just got to facilitate ourselves a rendezvous with the station. Now, I think the easiest thing to do, simply put a maneuver here. Whoops, I just put some DV in it. I just wanted to move it. Put it right before that encounter indicator there. And then pop ahead orbits. And with every orbit you pop ahead, right, you're looking for the one that gets you really close. Actually, what I might just do is move it to here. Okay, so you can see there it's really close. And then what you can do is put another maneuver here at your periapsis on our current orbit. And the tiniest adjustments to this maneuver should make differences. Yep. And it's just tiny. Like this will be an RCS adjustment. There we go. So a tiny little 0.1 meter per second adjustment is going to get us a... Can't even see it. 800 meter separation a day and a half from now. Beautiful. So again, F5. Pop on down. Yeah, that one. I'm going to most certainly do this with RCS. Oh yeah, RCS. I said RCS and then it's hardly anything. There. Boom. Onto the normal vector, and in 1 day, 2 hours and 52, we're going to be very, very close to there. We can delete this maneuver, and we'll center on here. Set the station as a target again, and you can see how this works. Like, put this back on normal. There we go. RCS off. We'll just watch this go round, so you can see how. Every time around, this is going to get a little closer. See, every time we go past here, this gets closer. That gets closer. We're just waiting to get to the right orbit. But this is your efficient way of doing it with hardly using any fuel. And you know what? Like, I don't know. What, oh, we're 20 days into this mission. What's another day and a half, or, you know, flapping about down in low orbit here. Boop. 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 That's the one. Okay, so we got an 8. I can just ride this now. Okay. Let's put this on 800 meter separation in 19 minutes. Now we'll watch from here. Good idea, though, going to the station first. Oh, there goes the station below us, but we'll be catching up to it because orbital mechanics are weird. Okay, put that on target. Give our retrograde vector a little push in the right direction here. And all these people worrying I wasn't going to have the fuel. Oh my gosh. I actually have to push. Is it this way more? Nope. Okay, let's get a little closer and we'll decide which way we got to push. Okay, almost a minute away. Now it's pretty obvious which way you got to push this thing. They do move around as you orbit, so the closer you are, the easier it is to tell, oh, I got to push it that way. Always towards the... Okay, let's get that on there. Coming in close. I can see the station. Let's knock off some speed. and these folks' ride home is there just waiting for them. Yeah, I talked about bringing up a station fuel module at the beginning of this. That didn't happen, but I'm hoping people have fun. Honestly, like, for me, this type of stuff here is what I find. I know for other people it's building the rockets and going to crazy places and all that kind of stuff. I love this. This to me is, I could spend my entire day just doing this kind of stuff. This is relaxing for me. Okay, we gotta find it. Oh, there's a docking port, so let's set that as a target right away. I saw that. I just push it a little bit more this way. Or maybe the other way. We'll switch to RCS. Breaky poo, get down to about half a meter per second. There we go. Flip. Control from here. Flip it around. Okay, and I do have a mod to help here called Docking Alignment. Navball Docking Alignment Indicator. Which I'm going to argue should be stock, though it isn't. Just to help you line up the docking ports. Well, a little bit too much on the... There we go. Now I got everything there all nice and lined up. Oh, my camera's a little weird. There we go. Now we got a nice view. Go a little faster. Alright, and there we go. We're back at Kerbin Station. There's our ride home that we brought up last week. But I do think it's got the fuel to go get Gazukan. Oh, come on, dock. There we go. We are docked. Okay, so that is good. Okay, we still have our solar panel. I got a feeling we're going to be seeing that for a while. Okay, we're going to transfer Bill over here into the passenger compartment. Was Bill the only one at the... Oh, I had everybody else at the back. Okay, and then we'll transfer Valentina. And we'll transfer Wafflebird. They should all be over. I should have retracted that solar panel a long time ago. It's in a precarious spot. Okay, so our next... Let's shut down this engine. So we got to fuel this up. I want to use. I want to keep this for future missions as long as it's not borked with that. That might be unfortunate. We'll have to come back and see. But I do want to see if we can pick up because... Oh, you can't tell how much fuel I have here, but... There. I want to try and beget him. Yeah. Let's undock. See how much fuel we got. Backing away. Close that. Now we can extend this. Make sure we are controlling from the right place. There we go. And what do we got? We have 42 meters per second of Delta V. This thing can easily get him. Easy peasy. So, let's think about doing that. So, he is... Whoa, whoa, whoa. We lost him. There, get his target again. Probably the best plan right now is just... Let's burn retrograde right now. We'll just sort of move ourselves away from the station a little bit. That's good enough. And we'll just get... It's kind of going to be the same plan. I need to get my periapsis down to his orbit. Our relative inclination is very low, so that's a good thing. .9, 80. Oh no, I can come further. Because this is 81.5, so I should be able to bring it down to 81 point below that, just below that. That's pretty good. Okay. And then same idea. Around here we'll do a maneuver. Actually should be ahead. And we're going to pop it ahead orbits. See? So we're going to do a few orbits till we see ourselves come close. I think that previous one was the closest one. Put a maneuver here at periapsis. This is going to be a very tiny maneuver. Be a little bigger than last time. That's okay. To facilitate this rendezvous. I see 0.1 kilometer separation. So we're going to do that burn, then we're going to do a few more orbits. Hopefully that will have us avoiding the station too on our way back. Should be okay. I'm going to reduce throttle on these. Oh, I'm going to have to reduce them a lot. If I move them to 5. Just got to remember to put them back again. Still a 2-second burn. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get down there. So again, this is a rescue contract. I can bring that contract back up again. And it's a really straightforward one, the kind I've gotten precious few of just pick them up in low orbit and get them down to the surface. I like those. I like them a lot. Okay, I'm going to start early and just not go very high on the throttle. Might have overdid it a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I did. Now, if I... See, this is the problem, is I'm hitting the N key, right? But I think this second burn, yeah, is compensating for my mistake, which is a really annoying feature. So what I'm just going to do instead is... do I have my solar panels? Well, yeah, the solar panels should be fine. Get that. And again, we'll watch it from here. You can see how this works. So we'll start time warping. You're going to have to go around a few times. So with every time around, we're getting a little bit closer on the next orbit because our period, because of our apoapsis, is just a little bit longer. And then our rescuee. Oh, no. Yes. Sorry. We're almost there. Was time warping a little bit too crazy. We're 3 minutes and 20 seconds away. Or are we? Sorry. No, we're not. No, we're going to go one more. What on earth? Let's just move. We got to go one more. Every time I time warp, it changes. Okay, it's better be one more or else I'm going to be very angry. Okay, it is one time around more. Oh my gosh. It does not like calculating while in time warp. See, now it's saying we're far apart, but I bet you as soon as I take off the time warp, see, now we're close together again. Doesn't like it. Okay, target, retrograde target. There we go. There he is. There he is. So, what do you think? I really would love to get another engineer. I got an army of pilots. I have 2 scientists, and I have Bill as my only engineer. So an engineer would be wonderful. Oh, I should up these. Let's up them back to 50%. There we go. Okay. Should put them at 100 before I start my descent. But right now, okay, let's bring that close encounter distance down a little bit. Oops, that was enough of that. Get a little closer, because I noticed my distance to target was going up, so I just stop what I do, let myself get a little closer. You can see now I got to push the retrograde vector the other way, so I'll do that. Ooh, 27 meters now. Back on there. All the time, of course, we are reducing our speed to target. Alright, so we're getting close to finding out what type of Kerbal we're going to get. Coming a little close. A little tight. Okay. And we're just gonna tilt a little that way. Just so we'll drift under them. Well, let's retract those solar panels while I'm thinking about it. 0, there we go. RCS on. 4. Oh, it looks like one of the roundy making history. I'm not sure if people can see it on the screen. Unfortunately, we got ourselves some major night right now. Definitely another pilot. Says Maxim. Yep. If I were to guess, that would be my guess, unfortunately. There's another pilot. Oh, no. It looks like a Mark II lander can. No, it's not. Now I'm seeing it. It's a cockpit. Why? I don't know why. Why is it a cockpit? I do find these missions fun, but they make absolutely no sense. Okay, putting on the brakes. Not very powerful RCSs on this. But they get the job done. And they use very little monopropellant, which I like. I'm obsessed now with getting this down to 0. Come on, give me a 0. Give me a 0. I know he can get out in EVA. There we go. That's good. Okay, let's find out what we got. We got a pilot. Of course we got another pilot. I mean, what of course. I mean, what did you think was going to happen? Oh my gosh. All right, get in the back seat there, pilot. Oh my golly. Grab. Board. Okay. Of course we got a pilot. I mean, what else was it going to be? Alright, so now we got to get ourselves back. We can go back to target selection because we don't want any of that stuff, but we do want to get to our station. Our station is right some... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. There it is. We still got some daylight left. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, time warp. I like to go right to where the Woomerang launch site is. Right underneath it. Flip her around retrograde. Get my periapsis. And you know, every time I do a successful landing, I should say to myself, remember what you set your periapsis at. And do I remember? No, I don't remember. I don't know. I'm going to go for 35, I guess. 35 kilometers on the periapsis. Hopefully we'll... Goal, of course, is to put it down onto the runway. Okay. And hopefully that'll work for us. So, prograde vector. Let's put the engine thrusts back to full. I do have quite a lot of liquid fuel left, don't I? I have enough, yeah. So we'll have some... we'll have some jet capability when we get down there. Okay, and we'll do a little F5 here in case things go disastrously wrong. Oh, we are already there. Sorry. 0. Surface. Pitch up. 0 was to retract the solar panel. 1 puts us into air breathing mode. I'm still locked to prograde, dummy. Come on, put it on there. You know what it is we're coming from a very low orbit. That's why. I was thinking, last time I did this, I came back from the station. It was a much higher orbit. I got a feeling, well, we'll see. We'll see where we end up. So, kind of keep it around here. Where are resources? If I can pump stuff... we'll worry about that later. I was thinking about balancing it, but then all of a sudden I'm not sure which way to balance it. So, if I recall, I think this thing is very nose heavy. We'll do a little time warping here. I just want to sort of keep an eye on where this trajectory ends up. And we'll pitch up or down accordingly. What is our altitude? Altitude 62 kilometers. That's plenty safe. Predicting sorrow, having seen the future. Oh my, the eternal pessimist. Of course, we still have this very annoying solar panel. Okay, our periapsis has gone negative. Want to get this so it's just shy, I think, just on the west side of the KSC. So I'm kind of keeping that the way it is. How are we doing here? Oh, we're not even getting any flamies and stuff yet. Don't even have any flamies. Comfortably cruising over the desert. Pitch down just a little. I have a tendency to overshoot. That's my most common thing I do is I overshoot because I'm paranoid about these mountains. So now I'm going to deliberately undershoot. So I'm noticing here my trajectory is right around there in case you can't see it on your screen. So I pitch down very close. Should really be watching here, making sure things aren't getting too hot because we're still very high in the atmosphere. Lose speed. A little bit of time warp. Little bit of time warp will do you good. There we go. That's what I'm looking at. What's happening here? Yeah. Might need to be putting some jets. Problem with pitching down too much is this cockpit will get hot. So want it to be taking too much of the brunt of all of this. But I do think I'm coming... Oh my gosh, this is still the deserts here. Yeah, I am definitely coming short. So we're going to be pitching down a little bit. Try and carry us through. Oh yeah, look where our trajectory is. It's in the mountains. Shouldn't have gone to 35. Shouldn't have gone to 35. As long as we can land safe, I'm going to count it even if I don't make the runway. And we got 3,436 meters per second of liquid fuel aboard. We can fire up the jets and fly. Go for the desert runway. I think we're well past that. That's back there somewhere. Right? Yeah, that's back here. We're not even on the right inclination. See that? So, desert runway would have been more challenging than what I'm doing here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm seeing heat bars now, which I don't like. Whoa, now I'm getting that roll thing again. I had that before. There is some kind of asymmetry causing this thing to want to roll. That's not cool. I suspect the rudders. That's my guess. And I'm debating whether or not to just take one of those off and go down to just one rudder. Probably two of them is... But something's not quite symmetric. I don't know when that happened because I flew it a couple of times and it was fine. And then all of a sudden one time I flew it and it was not. Okay, the temperature bars have disappeared, so that's good. We're now coming up to the continent with the KSC on it, so we might be doing all right. Slowing down a lot. Losing velocity. All right, put this onto terrain. Where's our, let's get all four of them on there. There we go. Whoa, pay attention to your flying. Okay, actually, I think now I feel like I'm overshooting. We're well above the mountains. Let's just pitch up, 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 pitch up. I'm gonna move some fuel about. Grab this. In. Get some more weight down towards the back. We're just stalling our plane. Grab this one. Grab this one. Trying to do too many things at the in. Yeah, it's nose heavy. I can feel it. I can feel that it's nose heavy. Okay, that's enough of that. Hopefully that'll help a little. But, oh, we need to get down there, boys and girls. Come on. We're coming right over the runway. Again, what do I say? I say I'm always overshooting this stuff. Okay. Do have jets. We're going to pitch down here a little bit. I think we got it. I always tend to overshoot. Ourselves a nice super sonic turn. Trying to line up that runway. I have definitely used the trajectories mod, which helps immensely. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of this. But as I was mentioning earlier, I am calling this a stockish, and I thought that was one mod. That's a mod that's a little bit too far away from stock. Okay, let's just get down there. You know, I don't think I hooked up any flaps or anything to this. I didn't. So, just gotta get down. I always take some pride in not using the engines. I fired them up just to make sure they work. But I guess I think I might be able to make the glide. I'm gonna go for it. A quick save here. There's always wacky things can happening when you're landing, and I honestly don't like counting that as a fail, especially when it's something glitchy with the wheels. Can be weird. Okay, we've still got a lot of speed. Unfortunately, it's what I don't like. Like some flaps on this thing would have been a nice thing. Okay, level off. At some point, probably landing gear would be a good idea. All right. Still a little quick if anything. Going right into the sun. It's pretty. Okay, 122 meters per second. Let's get slower. Slower. There we go. A little bit of pitching up, pitching down, pitching sideways. Okay, 80 meters per second. I like that. Okay. Oh, I'm going a little slow, but I think I'm too close to fire the engines up. Come on, line her up, Val. A little bit offline, and there we go. That counts. Ah, that was pretty good. I'm happy with that. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. We are down. Still got our ghosty solar panel. Hopefully that will disappear with everything else. I'm going to do. What time have we got? Yeah, I'm going to finish off the stream, but we're going to recover this because that will finish off our contract. So recover. Are the engines still at 50%, says Mark? No, I turned them up to 100 just before doing the descent burn. Okay, so there we go. That's that contract. Goody, good. That's that. And we're going to go here. I mean, these are all just the things for having done everything with the contracts. Everything, yeah, we've seen all those types of messages before. Oh my, I still have... Okay, I was going to go up to the station to see if my ghost solar panel, but I still see that ghost solar panel there, so I think the only way I'm going to be able to get rid of that is to restart the game. I really hope that does get rid of this little artifact here. But I'm not going to do that to you right now. I'm not going to let you watch a load screen. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is thanking everybody in the chat, thanking everybody who's watching this at a later date. And, of course, an extra special thank you to my Patreon patrons and YouTube members, one of which is mentioning, what's the state of my admin building? That's a very good thing. On the admin building, I have this patents licensing, which is taking 93% of science gained from fieldwork and turning it into funds. So people were asking me, are you doing what you can to change? And I think I am. 5% funds income and turns oh no, that turns science into funds. I think I'm doing the right thing. So somebody was asking about that. I think that's the right one. I only have it at 93% because that's all I could afford at the time. So maybe I should get some scientists to start collecting some science and we can turn that into funds. But we're getting healthy again. We're getting fiscally healthy. But in the meantime, I'm going to thank everybody. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Have yourself a great week. And yeah, we'll see you. Bye.